whatever I do is adding some intrinsic value to somebody or something out there, then I'm living my purpose. Meditation is fundamentally helping us finding and aligning to that purpose.
This meditation will help us to go deep into the how we can accept things as they are. Of course, we should try to do things for the better.
As an educator, it has helped me a lot. Students always say, ma'am, when we come to your class, we always get some kind of positive vibes. And how these vibes come? Just because I meditate.
Initially, I was not that much into learning from people, but now that learning question has increased for me.
In the work environment also, become more collaborative, understanding of different cultures.
Each and every transformation is incredible. That is what we experienced when they come in smaller groups or bigger groups. It was so profound.
As I tried to understand and develop myself inside out, I was able to transform not only me, but the people who were interacting with me.
One of the things I keep telling the people that I'm around is that we're going to have to spend daily meditation sessions, and we have to be surrounded by meditators.
My current status, I'm living in present. That is the greatest gift given to me by meditation.
There is a total shift from chaos to calmness, getting on to becoming the improved version of myself.
Problems will come, issues will come, but you become very focused to what you really want to do in your life.
Life has been phenomenal, and every day I'm learning more and becoming more clear to what I want to do in life.
I have healed my back pain. I made my relationships absolutely better with my husband, be it with my in-laws.
I would definitely like to tell you that, I understood the purpose of this lifetime.
The meditation has reduced my sleep and increased my productivity and my relationship with self and everyone around me.
Happiness is the only way I can describe my name. It can be any situation.
The thing is, consistency is the key. So I request you all to continue for this 40 days journey. Then we can see our transformation.
Gradually unfolded into a profound path of healing, self-discovery, and spiritual transformation.
There is wisdom, there is knowledge, there is an understanding of why you do meditation, how does it help you.
I would say meditation actually has given me second life.
And today I can happily say that I have been able to create a life which I would want, and I'm in a process of making it even better.
Meditation is a kind of food, kind of vitamins, minerals, which keeps ourselves on a right track.
Dear friends and masters, a very warm welcome to you. So, what a profound video that was. All were volunteers at the foundation. They are volunteers at the foundation. So across the batches, many participants have expressed that they want to stay in this meditative state throughout the day, right? Throughout 24/7, they want to stay in that state. Yes, we all aim to be there finally, yes. And that is our yardstick also, to see how we are progressing. So yes, this great master Thich Nhat Hanh, he said, the present moment is filled with joy and happiness. If you're attentive, you will see it. So let's carry that open-eyed awareness from the mat into every moment of our day. That's what he expressed. So with that note, let me welcome our dear master, Chandra sir. Yes, sir.
Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, evening. When we started this program, we said on day one that we are driven through our subconscious mind's programs that are called habits, perceptions, behaviors, attitudes. 90% of our life is through the subconscious programs. Whatever that we think about ourselves is what is causing our outer reality, contrary to what we may think. That is because of somebody else, something else that's happening. That fundamental understanding will come as we change the way we think and feel about ourselves. We feel good. We forgive people. We express gratitude to things that we have today. We remain calm in situations where earlier we were agitated. We are hopeful and we become positive whenever we are taking up assignments and projects. Now, this is all called shifting the way we think and feel about our life. To begin the change, to bring the change, we said we need to be aware. Awareness is required in the moment to say, where am I thinking about myself? What am I thinking in this moment? And we said meditation brings that awareness. Now, when you are aware, and then when you are shifting your thought, your feeling, your energy from a past negative, lower energy to a positive, miraculous, higher energy, just by shifting. If somebody is doing the same thing to us every day, rather than feeling frustrated about that person at home, for example, can we remain calm? And then can we forgive the other person with a understanding that suffering is due to ignorance. Ego is due to ignorance. Lack of knowledge is what causes one to be one way or the other. And so then with that understanding, which with awareness we can apply, and then can we forgive the other person? Can we remain calm? Now suddenly you shift your vibration from being frustrated, walking away, shouting back, giving back. Instead, now you're calm. And then you're also then going to step extra to forgive someone else. Or if you think it's because of your action is why they're that way, then we seek forgiveness. So now, to create things, to create an environment, to create newer experience into your life, to change your life and environment, first of all, to have a newer understanding, which is what we are going through, but to create a better experience into our life, we need focused intentions. And we need coherence, acceptance into the current state, acceptance of the current situation. That's coherence. Coherence means no matter what, it's okay. I decide to continue to be together with this situation, this person, this place, this company, this thing. Then you're becoming coherent. I decide to be in this life. Then you're coherent with everything out there. Coherence means that we are in acceptance of what's happening. Agree, disagree are there, but then we are ready to cooperate with things around us, whether it is a situation, whether it is people around us, whether it is the environment like our company and then whatever that's going on. The country where we live in, maybe it's about the traffic of the city that is bothering so much that we're always constantly agitated every time we go down to the road. But can we come into coherence? Or coherence is essential to be producing the right energy. Every time you're not coherent, every time you're complaining, every time you say something is not right, this is not happening, this is not done, they're not good, this is not good, then we're not in coherence. But to create, we have to go into coherence. To create a new life, newer experience, a greater experience, we have to go into, we have to become coherent. And then to create something in that coherence, when you are calmer, when you're not agitated, when you're not frustrated, when you're not feeling bullied. Now things are happening. Now can I come to the terms of acceptance? This is where meditation is helping. To forget the past slowly, slowly, slowly. It disconnects us from the disengage from the past and be in the present together. And so then you are in at least coherent in the during that moments of time. And it slowly, slowly spreads into the wakeful time or a period of time. It spreads that coherent state, that calmness, that peace inside of us, spreads slowly to the rest of the day. And so then we slowly move into a coherent state, that we are into an acceptance state. So coherence, figuring it out to be an acceptance state, moment to moment, is essential to create a greater life. The second thing is a focused intention. Then we are clear and then we are intending what we wish to have. You wish to have that experience, that person to be nice to you, then focused intention. Intention saying that I am seeing you cooperating beautifully with me. I'm having a great conversation with you today. I love the way we interact. I'm excited to know great things from you, and then I see that you are receiving my points beautifully. Now, many ways we can set an intention. Intentions are your thoughts of what you wish to experience in life. According to quantum physics, now that observation brings possibility. Now, other person, however worse the situation is, however judgmental that we are, that the person is not going to ever change. But is there a possibility this person changes and then behaves differently? Now, if you think this, there is a possibility. If you cannot answer a definite to no to any question like this, then you know that there is a possibility. And so then our intention then is about that possibility. Becoming neutral, coherent, that means in an acceptance and being ready to work with whatever that is the situation we are in, is coherence. And then having a focused intention. That means we are focused about that thing that we want to have again and again and again. Every time we get into the situation, rather than giving up and saying, this is not going to change. Will always be that way. What a frustrated life I have as I wake up in the morning. I have to bear with this person or the situation. And if we say that, our intention become that now. Our intention become that. And instead, then we are setting an intention towards what we want. Focused intention is towards what we want. But these two are essential to create a beautiful changed life. Manifestation is happening. Meditation first brings us into the present moment. And so then we can come into coherence. That's what it brings. Now, these things are noticed slowly. Now, if I'm a person, I've got a lot of negative thoughts going. We've got to give ourselves a little bit of time. We have the tendency to measure for success too soon, too early. Everything needs to happen like today. I invested 20 minutes. I got to see a benefit right now, today, 20 minutes of time. Not knowing a lot of these intricacies of how I spend. And every time I say, this is just not working out. I know where I can be in this relationship. Now, we don't know how much negative reaction, negative energy you're putting into it to make it appear more of that in front of us. We just with the statement, because we think we're reflecting practical, we're reflecting a fact by saying that. But then by just saying so, thoughts create things. Observation brings possibilities into life. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. Ya mati sa gathir bhavet. All of these principles, they're all the same. They're saying that where your thought is, where your feeling is, what you attract. And so first we have to give ourselves a little bit of time to bring into the present, bring ourselves into the present, where we are in coherent state, no matter what. No matter what, I'm going to be today calm. Make a decision. No matter what, today I'm going to appreciate for people to make me stronger with their whatever they're telling me, that I'm becoming stronger. I appreciate and I give gratitude for whatever they help me. We make resolutions to go into setting focused intentions, setting intentions and being focused about them. That requires awareness. Meditation will build awareness slowly but surely. We have to give ourselves a little bit of time. If you are doing engineering 4 years and you're doing arts degree for 3 years, can't we wait for a few days? Do you want to readily see the benefit already? Do you expect a degree certificate at the end of 1 week? You already understood that, okay, 3 years I've got to wait. I've got to take exams. That means I have to reflect upon what I've learned. We say this is because people have great intention to come in. The moment they do not see a benefit that day, the next day, then we slowly go away from it. What they do not recognize is a fundamental shift in life as a gift that they're giving to themselves is dropped at the moment. Those who go away. But they will patiently wait and say, yes, that is true. I can't build my house overnight. I can't bring a baby out in, just in 1 month just because I love it. I can't get my degree in the next moment. And so when I reflect upon it and say, yes, I'll be a little more lenient about me and I give myself a little more time. There are so many people today in that video said many great things about life, how things are changing. If it happens to them, it'll happen to us. The difference is they patiently waited, completed a 40-day program. They patiently continued for another 40 day. Meditation became the food for soul, like you have food for the body every day. So focused intention, dear friends, and then coherence, these are two fundamental attributes of creation. If we have these two, life is great. Everything will come to us. Because you're coherent, so you're ready, you're declaring that I'm with everything around me. I'm with it, no matter what. I'm going to continue. Why not? And Harvard study is telling us that 90% of what we experience is not good or low or failure is only based on the interpretation that you do in your mind. What meaning you're giving to that situation. And most often our meanings are based on the past that we have with that situation, with that company, with that person. The past is driving to come onto your interpretation. Oh, this person started again this morning. Again he's opening. Again he's talking about it. It's based on past. Can we change that meaning and say, there is perhaps a lot of stress for this person, a lot of pressure for this person, a lot of ignorance is there in this person. Maybe some challenge they're going through fundamentally. 20% of the people in the world are called empaths. They do not understand themselves greatly. They're very highly sensitive. They just burst out pretty quickly. They take energies pretty quickly from others and then sink into low feeling. So for them, they're not able to deal with situations. Now, who understands them? If you do not understand as a family member to them or a colleague, 20% means 1 in 5. If a family of 4 or 5, 1% may be there of this equality. They don't understand themselves. They can't control the feeling and emotion. So we give a different meaning to the situation, then suddenly different, then we can go into acceptance and then coherence can come. That meaning becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and broader as you read through the books that we recommended. Maybe the wisdom note has not gone. It will go today. If it's not gone, wisdom note 5 about the list of books to read. But coherence and focused intentions are required. And so today, in our meditation, we'll do what we are doing every day, heart elevation, breath meditation. And then towards the end, we'll reduce the duration of the meditation, but then towards the end, we'll spend about 5 minutes to 8 minutes setting good intentions for ourselves. Your heart elevation brings you a lot of coherence. Your breath meditation brings coherence. Expressing gratitude brings coherence. 3 processes you're already doing. To come into coherence to an acceptance state, to feel good, into a neutral state, and then a positive state. And there, in that state, we set intentions. I am loving my life. I am forgiving people around me. I express deep gratitude for whatever that is happening to me. My business growth, that promotion, that ability to give an interview. How many people have a chance to give an interview? You got a chance to give an interview. There are so many people waiting for the call to happen. They don't get it. How grateful you can be then. Because rather than cribbing about and say, I've not gotten selected, but you at least got a chance to present your case. That itself is a case for being grateful. That moves us into coherence rather than feeling rejected. And so in the meditation, we do gratitude, we do heart elevation, then breath meditation. Then we will do a few affirmations. Intentions are affirmations. Intentions are visualization about a new life. Affirmations, I love my life. My body is healing greatly. It may be troubling you every day, but can you set an intention? Because that's what you want. You want healing. You don't want the body to continue to feel like, it's just not working. By saying, oh, it just does not work. It just does not cooperate. My digestion is so poor. I don't know what kind of stuff that I have here. That intention is taking it down the drain further. Instead, can you have an intention to say, my body is rejuvenating greatly. It's healing itself greatly. I forgive people no matter what it is. And I recognize so many people are ignorant of what they're doing. And so then I'm mustering courage to forgive them. I've done something for why they're like this today, maybe, and I seek their forgiveness. And I release that. And so we make some affirmations which are about releasing things that are there with people, which are about then thinking about what we want in our life. Right. I'm going to say a few statements, but you replace them with what you want as your affirmations. And then say those affirmations with a lot of feeling. Recognize the thoughts create reality. Science is beautifully working. And we're going to learn about it in a session, in a master class next in about 7-8 days from now. And week 3, first Monday, and sometime we're going to learn about this again and again, but scientifically we're going to learn about that, of how thoughts create things. But for now, we know that positive thinking, positivity brings positive stuff into our life. So just affirm, make affirmations with a lot of feeling that, yes, this is true. Believe in the process. You are in a coherent state at the end of a long meditation, and then there you're affirming these beautiful things for you, right? For a few minutes, then we express gratitude. We can end our meditation. Relax yourself, dear friends. Sit comfortably. Relax your body. We're practicing breath meditation. So anybody new out there, the goal of this meditation process is to observe your natural breath with your eyes closed. As you see in this picture, sit comfortably on a sofa or a chair or on the floor, cross-legged up, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap, closing your eyes. Those of you wearing spectacles, remove them. And then observe your natural breath with our attention on the nose. When you observe your breath, slowly mind becomes less and less of thought to emptiness. Mind is empty. Be in the state of emptiness and witness whatever happens to you. In case you have thought at any given time, you notice thoughts are there, bring your attention back to the breath and again go into empty states. This cycle repeats. So every time you see thought, you come back to observing the breath and again slowly go into empty states. This is called breath meditation. This is where we're spending maximum time. Before we do that, we do a process called heart elevation. And just follow my guidance for this. I've talked about the science and the detail of these techniques on day 1 and 2 of this program. You'll benefit by going to that recordings and watching them later. Relax yourself, dear friends. Relax your body. Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, with your hands on your chest area, resting your attention on your heart center. Connect with your beautiful heart. With your attention on your heart center, with a slow, long, relaxing breath, can you feel your beautiful heart? Feel the seed of all emotions, nurturing all life. With its energies of love, compassion, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your past? Or from the vision of your future, where you feel enormous love, joy, gratitude? Or simply bring up an experience in the present, smelling a flower, playing in water, taking a walk in nature, helping somebody in need. Imagine and bring up that moment and feel that energy. Relive that moment and feel that energy. And allow yourself to spread that energy onto everything and everyone on this planet, or to someone who is in need, to help them heal, to help them elevate themselves. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. We're all deeply interconnected. joy, compassion, gratitude, love, appreciation, and all the ways to experience that connection, to become coherent. Feel your heart center, relive that moment. And slowly, let's go into breath-mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. We are in a powerful group meditation, harnessing the energies of the group. When you observe your breath, your mind slowly becomes empty. as the mind is becoming less and less of thought, calmer and calmer, allow yourself to experience that greater calmness inside of you, emptiness all around you. Your breath. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience emptiness, that calmness. all emptiness is energy. This is the quantum field of energy. The field of limitless possibilities. The longer you stay connected to this emptiness, blackness of no body, of no thing, the more experiences you draw into your life. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize you are in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly go into that emptiness, that field of light. We are less matter, more emptiness and energy. The longer we stay in the empty states of mind, the more you transcend your body. You go beyond matter. You experience emptiness and energy. Friends, as you are clearer in your mind of thought, as you are connected into this field of limitless possibilities, let's set greater intentions for a new life, for a great new day, and for a great time. Our thoughts and feelings draw our experiences into our life, dear friends. I would like you to affirm intentions with excitement for a new life. Friends, be excited about the infinite possibilities. Affirm these intentions. I lovingly release all that no longer serves me. Whatever you affirm, dear friends, with energy, with excitement, is slowly priming your subconscious mind. My past is past. I am free from my past. Come on, dear friends, be very conscious of these intentions that you are deciding for you to live in a new way. My past is past. I am free from my past. I forgive myself and others. I choose peace. Send that energy of forgiveness, dear friends, that no matter what, I forgive myself and others. I choose peace. Every experience has taught me something valuable. I carry that wisdom forward into my life. Affirm, dear friends. I let go of any regret and embrace the present. Embrace the present moment. Present is all there is. I am the creator of my reality, and my future is filled with possibility. Affirm it, dear friends, with excitement, with an emotion in your body. Believe in this process. I'm the creator of my reality, and my future is filled with possibilities as I change my vibration. New opportunities are flowing to me effortlessly. Welcome, dear friends, the opportunities. Every time you meditate, you are knocking on the doors of infinite possibilities. New opportunities are flowing to me effortlessly. I am open to abundance, success, and joy. Feel it, dear friends, as you affirm that joy. Welcome that joy, that success, that abundance. Bring up the flashes of these experiences, of having them. Feel it, dear friends. Each day is a new start. I'm reborn in every moment. I take every day by the day. I create a great day for myself. Feel. My future is bright because I'm aligned with my higher self, with my meditations. Affirm, dear friends, believe in it. My future is bright as I'm aligned with my higher self. I'm ready to receive all that I've dreamed of and more. I trust the process of life. The best version of me is emerging. Feel. Affirm. That attracting, feeling that abundance, that higher understanding, sending that forgiveness, being grateful for whatever that you have. Relax, dear friends. You planted seeds of possibilities. You primed your subconscious. Recognize that whatever you emotionally embrace is manifesting into your physicality. Be grateful for this opportunity to create. Be grateful for to everything and everyone who will help you to create this future. Your gratitude to your parents, teachers, mentors, family, friends, everyone in your life. To this grand nature, the bird, the fish and the animals, to technology, all systems, governments, companies, to yourself, and to this intelligent quantum field for helping us experience, helping us create a new life. Gratitude moves us into coherence and helps us draw and create more. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What have you experienced? Whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends. Hope you enjoy the session. The affirmations that we have done can become very powerful when we repeat them for a few days. According to neuroscience, brain takes time to learn, but it will learn. Like our drawing, like our driving, cooking, any of these that you learn, repeat them over a period, you become better and better at it because the brain is learning. And so we do these a few days. This meditation track will be available in the app, separately pulled out for today, day 5 or day 6. And I can go over and then just do it again. We may not do this every day, but you can go and do it again a second time in the evening, just to be there and then affirm. And do it over a few days, 3 to 4 weeks, then it becomes your new state. When those situations occur, then you are suddenly reminded of this new statement that you have formed to yourself, that this is how my life is going to be. But this work, if you commit to do, it's going to bring beautiful results. Now, talking about this brain and understanding from neuroscience perspective of what happens in meditation. So let me put up a couple of charts here of what happens in meditation to your brain, right? So we understand a little bit of science behind this meditation technique and then what it is doing. So there are two aspects. One is meditation is reprogramming the mind and altering brain waves. What is brain? What is mind? Who can write? What is brain? What is mind? Take a shot at it. You can write in the chat. Brain is physical, mind is subtle. Okay. Brain is the organ, mind is the learned behavior. Yes. Brain is the tool, mind is the feeling. All right. So perfect. So brain is organ, mind is energy. So brain is the physical tissue, or I want to call this the hardware that we have. The cells, the neurons that put together, which is there to help to produce chemicals that is through which we feel the feelings, we experience emotion, to experience life. Mind is brain in action, mind is energy, mind is thought, and thought is energy. What is energy? And a water vapor is becoming energetic, becomes invisible, whereas water is visible. So brain is visible when anybody opens it up, then it's visible. The mind is invisible, it is energy. That thought energy is when thought energy is there, then it sort of fires circuits across neurons, what we call the neural cells, and then have neurons that are connections, ganglia of networks in the brain, and so they fire like electrical pulses. So mind is brain in action as energy, as information, thought, feeling, everything out there, information and thought. And then brain is a physical matter supporting the mind to become active for us to do things, to experience life. So we're talking of mind, meditation, and so it is the thought, it is the mind that is driving our behaviors. We agree with that. And so meditation reprograms the mind, but of course it builds the physical matter beautifully while it reprograms the mind. It increases the energy and vitality of the brain, not only brain and the body fully. We understand that aspect next week in our health talks. But now a little bit around this whole, if mind is the thought is a controller and the driving the body and action, then meditation is helping to shape the mind, reshape the mind, reprogram the mind. And it also means altering the brain waves. One way of looking at it is to altering the brain waves. That every thought in our mind, or every thought that is produced and seen in the brain as an energy field. Because if brain is only tissue, then there is an energy field the subtle electromagnetic energy, very, very subtle field of energy that is there in the brain, is measured through what we all popularly known as EEG, electroencephalogram. That EEG, when you go to a hospital, they say we have to do an EEG, and they do the EEG, they're essentially measuring the brain waves. And meditation alters the brain waves because the energy that is being produced there is changing when meditation is regularly practiced. The right meditation is practiced, which is taking us into emptying the mind. So then brain is the hardware that we have, mind is the software. We got to fix the hardware, we got to strengthen the hardware, and of course we have so much flexibility to change the software to whatever that we want to put in. What did we put in before so far? You are going to be like this, you're an unlucky person. I don't have capability. Why are you waste? You always waste time. This is what we are conditioned to listen to from the authorities and environment from us. We want to change that conditioning. If that is the conditioning we have, and that's how our life is, we want to change it. Meditation helps to reprogram the mind. It helps to reprogram. It helps to alter the brain waves. So the mind then in your brain is shown as an iceberg. And neuroscience is telling the mind, dividing it into two areas, subconscious mind and a conscious mind. At a broad level, there are other intricacies, but for simplification, we talk about these two areas. A conscious mind and a subconscious mind. From a brain perspective, the conscious mind is here in this picture. We have shown here the three aspects of the brain. There's a peach color, which is like the big part of the brain that we all have, humans have, proportionate to body, we all have a big head and big brain. Compared to, let's say, an elephant, proportionate to its body, it has a much smaller head and a brain, whereas humans have a big one. For the proportionate to body, we have big, and that is this whole peach color thing, which is called a human brain or conscious mind. Conscious, subconscious, I mentioned there. So the conscious mind is a big part of the brain, as you can see, this whole peach color thingy here, right here, all of it. Now the subconscious, which is this tiny lemon color shaped, a little bit inside, which is at the center of the brain. The subconscious, which is called mammalian brain or limbic system. It's also the emotions brain. The conscious mind, the human brain, is called technical term neocortex. You'll use this, remember, you hear this word every now and then. Neocortex means the whole brain, the real part of our head that is there all over, which is all like a cap, which is our human brain, is meant for learning, reasoning, abstraction, abstractive thought, cognitive behaviors, analysis, decision making. Everything happens from there. Creation, visualization. Anything that we have that animals don't have is all there. Do you think animals are logically analyzing things? When suppose they get suddenly rain is coming, suddenly clouds come in and then the rain comes. What do animals do? They start analyzing. Oh, weatherman did not tell me that today rain is going to come. That's human. Animal is not going to think like this. An animal is just going to go and then do what is natural. If it wants to get wet and it's going to be just enjoying there, or if it wants to just go and then feel cozy, it'll go into a cave. That's what it's going to do. It's going to do what is the next step I need to do. That's limbic system. Limbic brain is working based on the understanding that I have of the next thing that I need to do. Now, the same limbic system is also responding to your spouse or your boss. When a spouse is saying something, the limbic system is not thinking, is responding. Is not thinking, is responding. 90% is through that responses from the subconscious. It's an instinct brain, an emotions brain, which is simply causing you to respond, causing you to react to situations right there immediately without even having any understanding of what it's doing, just like an animal would do. The subconscious is a feelings brain, is driven through feelings which are mostly influenced from the past, whereas the human brain is a conscious mind, is conscious of thought, conscious of action before and say and do things. Like today, when we did the affirmation, we did a conscious creation. We are there, centered in the present moment, because we did some meditation, we calmed ourselves, and we are there. And there we did a conscious creation, affirming and being very mindful of another affirmation, that I'm letting go of my past and I'm coming into a great future. I've learned to, no matter what, everything that happened is taught me something, and as I accept and move forward. And you're saying that consciously. That means you know what you're doing. Conscious awareness, you are doing it. Whereas subconscious, you don't know often what you're doing. Instead, you're simply going by a feeling, and then you're simply saying things as driven through the feeling on the past. All right. So now, in the backdrop of that, the subconscious mind, conscious mind. Now, according to research, 90%, 10% numbers are written here. According to research, our subconscious mind, which is a tiny part of the brain from a physically speaking, it's like the lemon-shaped brain in the previous picture, is tiny, is very small compared to the conscious mind, big mind. But from day-to-day operations, we only use a small percent of conscious mind, or everything that happens in a day-to-day activity, only 10% we are consciously aware in what we are doing. 90% we are subconsciously swept and driven through subconscious programs. And what is the subconscious that is there? Now you can relate once you recognize that our subconscious, what is going on here? When you look at it and say, your subconscious mind, 90% of our life experiences are driven through it, is your behaviors, your attitudes, your beliefs. You have a belief that I must have 8 hours of sleep. So the next day, suppose you only had 2 hours of sleep, then the next day, the whole day, you are now, because there is a behavior, oh, if I didn't have sleep, then it's going to be really bad for me. So then you're constantly, automatically, without even trying to understand any other higher perspective, you're simply saying and feeling to yourself, it's going to be bad today. I'm going to be very lazy. I cannot focus well. My meetings are going to be tough. This is how we're going to start saying, because the automatic behavior is there. The behavior is that, okay, now I don't have good sleep, and so it's going to be this way today. That's a behavior. We don't sit and analyze, is this really true? That statement that I've accepted with that, on 8 hours of sleep is required, and so 2 hours means really less. Do we even sit and understand and question that? We don't. Instead, we have a behavior based on an understanding, right, friends? And so the behaviors drive automatically our daily experiences. 90% is in the subconscious mind, right? There are our beliefs, they are what we are responding to, perceptions about people, perceptions about politicians. There's a lot going on in the West right now, in America, and I constantly hear youth and everybody talking, oh, he is doing this and the president is doing this and that. There is a certain perceptions are being formed constantly. A lot of times, tell you what, we don't even know what's the truth is on the other side, but we are ready to form perception because everybody is saying it, we take it. And then we have a perception, say it's going to be tough to travel now abroad because I see all kinds of challenges going on. We come to a conclusion. Now that's where we started going into a new behavior. Every time a friend, a relative is going, you start advising them. Are you sure you require it? We started slowly seeding in some fear into them without even knowing. Now, these are behaviors. We don't question is it really true. Instead, we come to a behavior, we form a belief that is not that safe. And so then we have behavior to respond to that belief. We have different. So our subconscious mind is driving based on judgments of the past, the memories of the past, the feelings of the past, traumatic experience of the past, or a great experience of the past. If you got suddenly, your company recognized you once or twice, then you have a great subconscious program. It says, wow, I'm in a great environment and they're going to recognize me every time. And so then you go in that feeling, and so you behave that way, and so you continue to attract several new things, beautiful things for you. So meditation is helping us to reprogram the subconscious, help us with our awareness, look in and say, what do I have here? Oh, I'm saying my company is not that good. Why so? There are always some employees who are also benefiting from the company. So can I be that? There are always some decisions could be made because if a company is growing, there must be good about the company. Right? If you are working on something new, even though it's not growing, if people are happy, something good about the company. When we say it's not good, and so then you look at and then question, a little bit question back and start contemplating, and suddenly you realize maybe I have a false belief set in there because I had 3-4 events and incidents that happened. So meditation helps us to become aware, to contemplate questions and reprogram the subconscious mind. It changes everything that the constructs we had. Our conscious mind, which is slowly learning from the environment, comes from the culture, comes from the environment, society, comes from the way our parents are trained us and taught us. They told us, you have to work hard to make it in life. And so then, if we didn't work hard in a day, we feel guilty. If people have told you the only way to be successful is to work hard, and when you're not successful and the way you measure success, then you start blaming and say, oh, I didn't work hard, or maybe it's not hard enough. And so we continue to push ourselves and pressure ourselves. But is it necessary so? There is a smart way of working. Hard work is necessary, but hard work is there to not waste your time. Hard work means, work every month, do something useful, do something good every minute. That's what they meant. But we associate that with success. Not necessarily. You can be successful without necessarily working really hard. But then when success comes, we reject it and saying, I'm not deserving because I didn't work hard. So everything has got a lot of, and so we reject it. Oh, I don't deserve this because I didn't work hard, so it must be something else. Then people say, you are lucky. And so then we say, oh, I'm lucky. And then someone says, I'm not lucky. As we've got all kinds of subconscious programs, meditation helps us to look into everything, dear friends, right? And the conscious mind is got thousands of thoughts. Meditation rests the conscious mind, which is thinking negatively, worrying about things moment to moment. Meditation subdues the conscious mind activity. That means it sort of helps us to drop that unwanted analytical mind and thinking. That's one aspect. We analyze for everything. We don't need to analyze for everything. When rain comes, we do two things. Why should we analyze, oh, what is this rain? Is there a weatherman? It's not in the weather. Nobody told me that it's going to rain today. Why should you do it? Okay, do two things. Oh, I would like to go in and get wet in the rain. I'll just jump in and then nicely enjoy the water. Oh, no, I want to be just go up and then pull the clothes because I'm going to get wet. Do that, right? We don't need to analyze. The analytical mind has to go down for everything that we analyze. And so when the analytical mind is the barrier, dear friends, here to look into what is there is the underlying program. When rain is coming, we suddenly run into a shelter. Why do we do that? On one side, we crib and say there's no rain, no water. But when rain comes, something beautiful, can we get wet and then enjoy it? We don't do it because there is a program. That program says, oh, rain, I get wet, so run. The behavior is already there. And so we run. We don't even think for a moment, wow, this is an opportunity to get wet. That movie that we see and enjoy rain, how many of us think about it that way? We don't, because there is a behavior that is driven. And so, dear friends, meditation for the first time drops that analysis and then helps us to look into and say, what is causing me to just run away from something beautiful? And so that's the beginning of change. So that's one. The second thing that is happening, and then with this we conclude, is this picture here is drawn, the brainwave frequencies for the thoughts that are there in our brain, the frequencies are drawn here. For thoughts are frequencies. So people who are constantly thinking stress, worrying about future, anxious of it, and then they're constantly brooding over the past, thinking, oh, why did I do this? And they feel guilty about it. And they feel sad about a person who left them. And they feel really frustrated about a relationship that's not going great. Constantly thinking, constantly worrying. That stress, the thought frequency is pretty high. It drains energy in the body. We'll cover a talk next week about how these stressful thoughts are impairing our body's functioning, how it's really, really taking our health to a toll. We'll talk about that scientifically next week. But here, the stressful thoughts are there and recognize it. We're very, very draining energy at a high level, the high frequency. frequency of 20 to 40. Then the beta, which is like more focused attention. As soon as you wake up, perhaps right now your focused attention is there. Some who are a little stressful already seeing, oh my God, this is going on for too long, right? And so that's not focused attention, that's stressful. Focused attention, you're right here. Now, here is where the beauty is. When we meditate regularly, when the conscious mind is rested, thousands of thoughts that are there and the conscious mind is rested, it's settling down, and then that means we are going beyond. That's when we go beyond this analytical mind, which is not actively analyzing unnecessarily. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you don't analyze. You are in a state where you are nicely receiving and listening to what your spouse or child are saying. You're thinking of some things that you want to do without analysis of the past. And so meditation helps us to drop into that state by moving beyond the analytical mind. And so then the beauty starts. Then you're going into an alpha state called speed learning, fast learning, deep relaxation. Here, ordinary solutions come. Suddenly you're thinking solutions are like rapidly coming. That's why you say in the morning when you're taking bath, when you're brushing your teeth, that is very precise, very, very divine time for you. Keep it for yourself. Don't go about thinking about past and all that. Just pay attention to see what ideas are coming, what solutions are downloading to you. That's the time to download solutions. You're in an alpha state. As the day goes on, slowly you go into beta to higher beta. You go in. But the alpha, as soon as you wake up, you preserve the time and to see if any information is coming, solutions are coming to you. A meditator, regular meditator, hovers in this state for the most part during day 2. They switch between alpha and beta. A regular meditator who has done meditation for months and months, they're into these states by default. And then if you go further deeper, this is what happens when you're meditating for longer time, 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes, you're going into theta and delta states. Theta is innovation, creativity, discovering things that are not there before, right? You are, theta is the state where you are plugged into this infinite field of quantum. You're highly alert, you're aware, and so then you're receiving many things from the energy field. You're able to, your dreams are getting clearer. You're able to interpret things that are happening to you. High alertness. When people are telling you in a very, very busy time, somebody tells you something, you're catching that, you're catching it. There's so much awareness, you're catching it. Even though it's very unrelated, you're catching that and taking that point. A lot of that is there happening in the theta state. And then delta is healing, deep healing. Your body is rejuvenating. This is the state of deep sleep. Theta and delta are sleep states. Alpha is like, you're just going into sleep kind of state. And the theta and delta are going into, theta is like a next level sleep. You're going in. Delta is like absolutely deep sleep where no dreams, nothing. And so the delta state, which medical experts want you to go every day in your sleep. That's why they recommend sleep for longer, because then it takes at least an hour and a half or 2 for people who are stressful to go into a delta state. And when it goes there, you need to last it for longer for your body to repair and rejuvenate. The delta state is required for body to repair and rejuvenate. It happens in deep sleep, it happens in meditation. So when you meditate, a lot of times we're going into the delta. When people say, I'm feeling sleepy, drowsy, and I don't know where I am, a lot of times they are in the delta state, because you're absolutely zero thought state, 0.1 frequency. And so then you don't know where you are in the delta state, and tell you what, that is the deepest state for your body to heal, repair, and a lot of hormones get produced. Anti-cancer hormones, and many, many hormones are produced that time. There's something called youth chemical, form of youth chemical that happens when you're in this delta state, that gets produced, that rebuilds your body regularly, right? And so a beautiful state that meditation is taking you in a few minutes, compared to a sleep that is going to take a couple of hours of rolling on the bed this way, that way. A lot of times it takes a long time to go there, but meditation cuts the 2 hours into delta time, cuts the 2 hours to get to delta in a few minutes. So now you get the picture. If you're meditating for an hour, then you are potentially looking at 3 to 6 hours of sleep saved, because now you get to the same states of sleep fairly quickly with meditation. So you only need to sleep less. And sleep is essentially resting the body into the delta states, the theta delta, and meditation is taking you to the states, yet you're consciously aware of it too. Something more beautiful happening. And the last thing, dear friends, is a peak performance state, what we call, is the gamma state, which is there. The frequency is higher. Now, don't come and logically ask question, oh, beta is stress and then gamma is peak performance. How is this related? Now, this is what they noticed it. The creator created a brain that way, so you don't know. But when your brain is operating these states, then there is intense amount of activity across the brain happening where you are in this deep flow states. Sportsmen, international athletes, generally when they're performing at the peak, they notice that they are in this gamma state. Meditation, regular meditation takes us sadly into the flow states, where you lose track of time and space, and then you are delivering your best. You're coding, and then you don't even realize it. You suddenly coded 1,000 lines in about 10 seconds, 10 minutes or whatever. You're just going swiftly. And so that's the peak performance state. Meditators have the opportunity to step into it regularly, right? And so, dear friends, the beneficial wave states are their brain waves. So what do you want if you want solutions to come? You want insights, innovation, newness into your life, and you heal your body and you're producing and performing at your best, then what not? And then why not we practice this meditation every day when you understand the science? So thank you very much, dear friends, for knowing this little scientifically. And so the more we know about this science, the more we feel that we want to be in it and then practice it. And the technique is the simple breath meditation. Tesha, madam, any announcements?
Yes, sir. No announcement for today. Just the reminder again to fill in the self-assessment or the personality assessment form. And we will start with the book club Monday and Wednesday. We'll update them once the web page is up.
Okay. Thank you all. And if anybody has observations, questions about today's topic, and then where you felt meditation is giving you solutions to problems. Earlier, you were always thinking, talking, but here you get solutions. You get that intuitive idea, notion that, yes, this is what I want to do to solve this problem. This is what I want to do today. If we have any of those experiences, share, and then actively, and we continue to do that after this formal closure. Those of you planned only time till here, feel free to leave. So thank you very much, and we'll meet you tomorrow again. Saturdays, tomorrow, we bring in a leader, a guest leader to come and share. Right. And so we meditate, and then post meditation, we have a leader who is applying these meditation principles greatly to themselves and to their businesses. And wherever they do, I don't know how they're using this meditation to spread positivity and goodness everywhere. So they'll come and share. And so we utilize that opportunity to listen to these leaders who are becoming more and more successful utilizing meditation practices. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
May the light of 1,000 suns shine through. Live the life of grace that you were meant to. May the light of 1,000 suns shine.
Namaste, dear friends and masters. Welcome to the program Yogam for day 5. And what an interesting and enriching topic it was. I'm sure you must have enjoyed the wisdom talk by Chandra sir and the blissful meditation, of course. Yes, Sharbari ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Please unmute yourself, ma'am.
Nice to see you, Sunita ma'am. Yes. Yes, Sharbari ma'am, please unmute. We are waiting for you to speak. Yes. Yes.
You can
Yes,
speak,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, Sharbari ma'am, please.
Or you type in the chat. We are not able to hear you if you are speaking.
Hear me now?
Yes, now we can hear.
I think there was some issue with the mic, so I could not. First, I was not able to unmute it, and then I could. I mean, I guess you could not hear me. Um, any questions for me? Today was my first session actually, so I really enjoyed the whole meditation process, and it was nice to know the meditation in a very scientific way. Most of the things were not very known to me. Like, I mean, it has this scientific way of analysis, so it was really nice and enriching for me, and good experience for the first time. Yeah.
So glad to hear, ma'am, and you are at the right platform. Keep joining the sessions and continue with the practice.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes, Pamiti, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, I'm unmuted.
Yes, we can hear
I'm
you.
audible to you?
Yes.
Thank you. Madam, actually, see, actually, what Sir says is all emptiness is energy.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah, all emptiness is energy. In one way, what we are saying while meditating, we are making all the thoughts, limiting our thoughts to reduce so that our mind becomes empty. Okay, ma'am? That means that during that empty state itself, it has energy. But what we are saying is, once our thoughts are reduced to minimum, we receive cosmic energy from outside, so that we receive energy. What's the difference between? You got my question? Suppose when we empty our mind, is it energy or only empty so that only we are receiving energy? After receiving cosmic energy from outside, you are getting energy. How can you interpret?
Come again, sir. I'm not able to. You are saying that by default, everything out there is energy. And when thoughts get reduced, so we are entering into the empty state. Okay, then
once you become enter, then only our Brahmarandra gets opened and we allow the cosmic energy to enter our mind. Otherwise, it won't allow.
Yes, simply because nature also abhors that vacuum. That's why the cosmic energy gets filled in. This is the principle. Basically, sir, at energy level. At energy level, when we the thoughts are getting reduced, you just can take an example of that pond. Suppose it is full of mud. When the mud settles at the base, then the water becomes clear. You can see.
Clear.
Simply see.
Yes.
Likes that simply because likewise we are not getting associated with the thoughts. We are able to dissociate ourselves with the thought. And this is what yesterday also we had discussed, that we may not get into the empty state. It's not like that 60,000 thoughts are not there, simply because, yes, whenever we are getting into that, we receive energy in pockets. So what you are trying to say, how the cosmic energy enters.
No, my point is,
yes,
cosmic energy everywhere, its energy is there. But actually, all emptiness is energy, what Chandra sir says. But if that is the case, in our mind, when thoughts are released, our mind gets empty. Is it not energy state? Or only vacuum? Once that we receive energy from outside, then only.
Yes, it's
Ah,
vacuum, and simply because nature doesn't like that a vacuum thing. That's why the going by the law of the nature, the cosmic energy
hmm.
enters our body, and nature
Ah.
abhors the vacuum.
So that is there.
Yes.
So, but Sar says that in general, all the emptiness energy, that means that outer space, all the whatever the addition to matter, whatever the its energy. No, my point I am unable to clear. Okay, actually, ma'am, once the mind becomes empty, we are receiving energy. That is true.
Yes.
Okay. Generally, in terms, the Sar says we are tiny matter and all everything is energy.
Yes.
In that case, suppose in
No,
our
sir.
body also.
No, sir. If you just look at the we are matter 0.01%, we are matter. Rest of
Okay.
99.99% is energy. So if you
Mm.
just go deep down at subatomic level, what was discovered? It was all emptiness. That was basically energy and information. This is what now, if you go deep down the atom at subatomic level, we are both, as we say, matter and energy. And
I
then,
know. So nucleus has protons that
exactly.
and
go by the
around
security.
electrons orbit entering energy.
Yes.
And
Yes.
electrons, while moving its energy form, sometimes when you observe it, it becomes matter. Otherwise, it's energy.
Correct.
That much everything I know. Max, I'm a science student, but regarding this point, I just got out. I mean, but that means only when we thoughts reduce, we are receiving cosmic energy. Till then, we are not having that energy in our mind, isn't it?
Yes, we are not at that level. You can say, yes, we are not experiencing that energy. Yes, yes, we can say that.
And one more question, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now, today I saw explained about this gamma rays, everything. No? Actually, our conscious mind pertains to 10% of our activities, whereas 90% by conscious mind, subconscious mind. And this analytical mind comes in between. But the analytical mind, there is no ratio percentage allotted. But that means how it is working. It is in between. That means that part has some percentage. No, you got my point.
No, sir. Basically, what sir was saying that it is the it is the neocortex brain, that is physical part, that is around 90%, and it is that software part, that is the conscious mind, is running that hardware part, that neocortex brain. So we are not, though it is there for us to use, but we are not able to use it. We are not able to make use of it because we are distracted because of so many repetitive and negative thoughts. And then also that yes, we do analyze because of that we have that what you can say, quality or whatever it is, we keep analyzing. For example, in my case also, I could resonate whatever when I heard this topic for the first time, that our thoughts create our outer reality. So we are not able to accept that statement. Simply because we normally blame we blame other people and the circumstances for our situation. This is what we do. So I was also not able to accept it when I heard it for the first time. As my knowledge grew, then I could understand what does it mean, and it is really the cases. So whatever the conscious mind, basically, it is for us simply because of infinite thoughts. We are not able to use it. That is a learning mind, logical mind. And yes, you can say that analytical mind is simply because we are not able to access the subconscious mind, where everything is
It is like
happening.
barrier.
Our most of the activities are being driven by the subconscious mind. Let me give you the example, sir. First of all, if you are going to learn how to drive, you're learning driving a car, then what you do? First of all, you are getting yourself habitual with all the features
That
that
time
yes,
you use
A is for
consciously,
accelerator, B is
consciously
for brake, and C is for clutch, and then you start
everything.
driving, and you are so vigilant. What is coming ahead of you? What is going
That time
sideways?
we use
Also,
more
everything.
conscious mind.
That time it is we are making use of that conscious mind, and once you are skilled, you know, and you have become habitual, then sometimes
Yes.
you don't even realize when had you taken your right turn or your left turn, you were already there at your destination, isn't it? That time it is the subconscious mind.
That is automatically, once we learn, automatically comes.
Yes.
Programmed and so subconscious mind takes care of.
Yes, most of the activities are being driven.
No need of using consciously because we already habituate, automatically happens. That also only one more question. Suppose only we are using 10% of conscious mind. Is there any possibility to use more than that percent conscious mind with meditation?
This is
Why
what
we are limited to 10%?
exactly. This is what sir was saying, na, ki when the thoughts are getting reduced, brain is slowing down. Meditation is slowing down the brain now. That's why thoughts are not there. Repetitive and negative thoughts are not there. That's why my mind is getting silenced. That's why we are already able to learn more. Whatever new learning, new knowledge we are able to gain. Otherwise, sometimes we don't accept. Like the thoughts create our outer reality. We are not able to accept it. And unless until it is not reaching to the subconscious mind, it is not going to become our habit. Meaning that we are not able to implement that knowledge in our life. Like all the New Year resolutions, what happens? Or your birthday resolutions, what happens to them? Yes, if I decide I'm going to lose my weight, I'm going for a regular walk. In most of the cases, within 15-20 days, everything comes back to the back.
Because
Yes, exactly.
Because it is not gone to the subconscious mind.
Yes.
Only just there is no link properly not accepted by subconscious mind. So we are just like coming to the original state as usual.
Old self. Yes.
So that means my only so with this meditation using powerfully and reducing the intervention of the analytical mind, so by changing reprogramming the subconscious mind, you can utilize even conscious mind also more than 10%. That's what I'm saying.
Sir, this is what I'm saying. That's why we are able to learn more. Whatever conscious mind is the learning mind.
Now this time scope increases.
Exactly.
Earlier.
Exactly.
That's just I want to confirm so that
yes,
I want to know by concept wise. You got my point now.
Okay.
If I teach other, I must be confident.
Sure, sir. This is what the alpha brainwave state means, that solutions are coming to us, because when mind is busy, the solutions or answers we are looking for, they don't come. And when your mind is in still state, that's why the solution or answer you are looking for, that comes to your mind. Exactly because
like a bucket disturbed water, we can't see the bottom. When it is clear, we can see the bottom.
Yes, sir.
Bucket full of water. Similar is the case with our mind. Once all thoughts are gone, we can use more our bright consciousness.
Yes, actually, language is very sometimes becomes very deceptive. We may get caught up in all these language things. Basically, we are dissociating ourselves with the thought. Like the mud gets settled down at the base, and then the water is clear. That is the case. So we are no longer engaging ourselves with the thought. Suppose that you call me dumb or fool. I'm not taking you're calling me at the face value, or I'm not thinking myself as fool or dumb, or I may get hurt. So I'm no longer associating myself with that thought. No, it's perfectly fine. So whatever event is there, if I'm not taking it, I'm not letting it impact me,
Not to
then
accept.
it is not going to affect me.
We are ignoring, simply to say.
Huh?
We are ignoring that words.
Exactly. Ignoring or dissociating ourselves, disengaging ourselves. Yes. It is
We
just
don't
a thought.
focus at all.
It is just a thought. It is coming. Let it go. Whether high and by, you can say. Yes,
that comes through meditation. Earlier, we were giving so much weight to that, so much energy to that, so that we are actual energy drainer and we are not able to get. Isn't that, ma'am?
Come again, sir?
That's what actually when before meditation we're giving unnecessary energy to that, and it is drained.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It drains out our energy. So many thoughts. Exactly. That's why.
Diverting properly, channelizing, so that we can effectively use and keep peace of mind. Everything you can achieve more positive way.
Yes. As we say that calm mind can conquer the whole world, simply because we feel empowered. We feel like that we are able to tap into that potential that really belongs to us only, but somehow we were not able to tap it earlier.
With this, our inner strength strengthen, and we'll come to that stage.
Yes, precisely.
So that we can conquer the world.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sir. Let me go through the chat, please. Okay.
Ma'am, can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure. Yes, ma'am. Megha, ma'am. Yes, please. Yes.
Hi. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
So my question was, when sir was saying about deep healing process, so do you need to meditate longer to get that deep healing?
For chronic diseases, certainly. And you cannot set up a rule, because every person's journey is different, ma'am. But yes, certainly deep healing, you need to practice more. So since how long have you been practicing meditation?
I mean, I started my journey started in 2019, but I had a gap. But in 1 year, I've not been meditating. But I just wanted to know. But I know the difference between when meditating and when not meditating. I know the difference because I can feel negativity, positivity, everything happens. So I know.
I get
So I just wanted to know deep healing, because I've not had that deep feeling yet. But I've had positive changes in myself.
Okay.
That's why I just want. Yeah.
Certainly for chronic diseases, you may need to get practice for longer period. Like I can give you my example. Like I was suffering from insomnia, as I had shared many times earlier also. That was taken care of within 4 weeks time. Here itself at my 40-day program, on 25th or 26th day, I realized that I can go to sleep without taking my regular medication. So that was it. After that, I didn't need to take any medication for my sleep disorder. And regarding my migraine, gradually I realized that the frequency of taking that medicine was getting reduced. It becoming less and less. Earlier, I was taking 1 or 2 every week. I used to take. Then it had come down to once in a month, then once in 3 months, then once in 6 months. All of a sudden, I realized I had not taken that medicine for last more than 1 year. So this is what happens. And I didn't practice anything extra apart from attending the 40-day programs or sometimes Sunday long meditations. And whenever this Amrit program, long meditation, or once or twice that AMR retreat or whatever I had taken, maybe once or twice in a week, I used to practice for longer meditation. So somehow that migraine too was taken care of. So certainly it yields result if you practice, and if you practice more, it's like a yagna. You practice more, so chronic diseases may also get cured, or at least that medication may get
You
reduced.
reduce your medication,
Yes,
basically.
so
Your
as
usage of it.
I had heard from Karthikeyan sir that meditation is medication, then meditation is miraculous. I totally agree, because I have experienced it in my own life, and after hearing so many experiences of the co-meditators in the last 5 years, so certainly for the psychosomatic diseases, it is really effective. Initially, it may be less medication, and gradually it is quite possible that you may come out of your issue.
Thank you.
So what is the, in nutshell, you can say, practice meditation.
Practice more
Continue
meditation.
practicing meditation. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, Rupali ma'am, PPT explained today. You will get the wisdom note in PPT. I think YouTube link is there. Otherwise, PPT are not normally shared independently. And audio recording, yes, sir. YouTube session, it is streamed live. So we have the recordings. And if you are part of WhatsApp group, there also in the group description that YouTube link is provided. So you can always go through. Yes, Acha, you had written your question. Actually,
Peter Najagi, can unmute yourself.
yes.
He's asking if meditating.
Yes, Buddha Siu app also has recordings. Sir. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Peter, sir, yes. Can meditation help control blood pressure? Yes, sir. This is what I have heard many people sharing this. For most of the psychosomatic diseases, meditation is quite effective. As we say, what does mean psychosomatic? As is our psyche, so is our soma. Psyche is basically our mental state, the average sum of our all past emotions or thoughts. So whatever our psyche is, accordingly our health is. And when our psyche improves, if our psyche is positive, then health is also good. And if psyche is negative, we are into that negative state, mental state, then obviously it impacts on our health, physical health especially. Certainly it makes a difference. And blood pressure also, you please continue practicing meditation, and we may hear you sharing your experience that yes, your medication for blood pressure has reduced. In my case, I really can't tell, because this was not the issue in my case, but yes, all the psychosomatic diseases, most of the psychosomatic diseases, meditation is the very effective way out. Common cold to cancer. And common cold to cancer is a common cold. I've not experienced it, but yes, enduring power also increases. Meditation increases our enduring power. Meditation teaches us to cure what should not be endured. And meditation teaches us to endure what cannot be cured. I can remember this, my favorite quote regarding meditation. Our enduring power means like whenever I have that feeling, that heaviness in my head, or whenever I used to go out in the marketplace under sun, I normally had the feeling that my limiting belief that surely I will I'm going to have that headache. And I used to, before that, I used to pop up my pill. That was no longer the case when I was practicing meditation. So my enduring power had also increased. And after some time, it was, as we say, mind over matter effect. Sometimes the pain or discomfort was going off on its own. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Any? I don't see any question. No, I think then if I have left or skipped any question, please let me know, Richa. Otherwise, we can conclude the session.
We have covered all the questions. Just
Yeah.
going through.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, dear friends and masters. This is just the beginning. Today, whatever you have discovered, so many benefits are on the way. You will come to know. It's a very well-structured program, and each and every, why we call meditation is for our holistic well-being, because meditation takes care of our not only physical health, mental health, and our spiritual health, and especially our relationship manifestation quotient. Basically, we are co-creator, how it enhances all these quotients. This is what we are going to learn from Chandra sir in the coming days. Thank you so much for joining. Keep meditating. Happy meditating. Namaste.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful.